Hello, I'm Dr. Erika Hamilton from Sarah Cannon Research Institute at Tennessee Oncology. On behalf of OncoAlert, I'd love to share our phase 1 two-part multi-center first-in-human study of DS6000 in patients with advanced renal cell carcinoma and ovarian cancer. DS6000 is a cadherin-6 directed antibody drug conjugate, or ADC. This was a dose escalation study starting at 1.6 milligrams per kilogram, escalating to 9.6 milligrams per kilogram, where DS6000 was given intravenously every 3 weeks to patients with either renal cell carcinoma or serous ovarian cancer that was platinum resistant. The primary objectives were safety and tolerability, as well as determination of maximum tolerated dose and recommended dose for expansion. And secondary objectives included PK, anti-tumor activity, as well as immunogenicity. The median age was about 65 years. About 1/3 of the patients on trial had renal cell carcinoma, and 2/3 had platinum-resistant ovarian. Grade 3 or higher treatment-related adverse events occurred in 23% of patients. The most common related treatment-emergent events of nausea, fatigue, and vomiting actually had no cases of grade 3 or greater events. On the left, you see the waterfall plot of best change from baseline of tumor diameters for both patients with ovarian and renal cell carcinoma. The colors on the graph indicate different dosing levels. And on the right, you see the spider plot of change from baseline of tumor diameters in respect to time. Among 20 evaluable patients with measurable disease, there were 6 partial responses, 5 in ovarian cancer and 1 in renal cell cancer. In addition, 12 patients had stable disease. This slide demonstrates the best change from baseline in terms of CA-125 levels for patients with platinum-resistant ovarian cancer. And then you can also see the best response is indicated at the bottom of each bar. You'll note that many of the stable disease patients actually saw at least 50% decrease in their CA-125 while on study. In summary, DS6000 was well tolerated, and the recommended dose for expansion was determined to be 8.0 milligrams per kilogram. This phase 1 trial demonstrated early signals in both RECIST response as well as CA-125 response in heavily pretreated patients with ovarian and renal cell cancer.